Welcome to another session in the Moving Excellence series by Stevens Worldwide Van Lines. Today's training is based on years and years of developing the best ways to move and pack items for safe and compliant transport. You will use these Stevens techniques, so watch carefully. Of course, the best training is your hands-on training, where you will put these techniques to work to protect our customers' belongings and your reputation. Each session will cover a different basic aspect of a successful packing or loading job. But before we jump into today's session, let's review some basics for every job. Proper carton assembly. The Stevens way of assembling a carton is to tape all seams. Make sure the bottom of the carton is taped properly to withstand the weight of the items that will be packed in the carton. Checking for pre-existing damage. As you wrap and pack items, be sure to look carefully for pre-existing damage and bring it to our customer's attention before you pack it. Note pre-existing damage on the carton exterior, then list the specific issue. Labeling cartons. Be sure to clearly label them with contents, room, customer name, pre-existing damage, and in the upper right corner, put your initials or ID number, along with the abbreviation for carrier pack, the letters CP. When packing high-value items and electronics, the make, model, and serial number must be listed as well. Also consistent for every job are some areas of appearance and conduct. Remember, moving is stressful, and how you look and act can make it more comfortable for our customers. Positive attitude. Remember to be friendly, courteous, respectful, and positive while you do your job. First impressions matter. Personal hygiene. Come to work clean, from your hair to your face to your hands and nails. Your appearance matters. Proper dress. You are required to come to work every day in the proper uniform and proper shoes. They need to be clean, wrinkle-free, and in good condition. And wear uniforms that fit. No sagging pants or too tight shirts. Conversation. Please be careful what you say in our customers' homes. No foul or offensive language, and be careful of the subject matter. Use good sense and remember that voices carry, and the customer is very likely within earshot of you. And now let's get into today's session. Assemble your carton with all seams taped according to the standard Stevens procedure. And in this example, our trainer shows the convenience of using an upside-down assembled carton to raise the one he is packing. Throughout this series, we will demonstrate tips and techniques to assemble various types of cartons, so watch and listen carefully. Once your carton is assembled, line it with clean, flat paper. Take folded clothes from shelves and drawers, just as the customer has them, and place them into the carton. Keep them folded and packed tightly. Do not mix other personal belongings into the carton or add any items, like hats, that could be crushed. When full, top off the carton with clean, flat paper. Tape all seams and use the standard labeling format. Contents. High-value items and/or electronics must list the make, model, and serial number. Room, customer name, any pre-existing damage, your initials or ID number, the letters CP, which are short for carrier packed. And remember, the clearer your descriptions, the easier it will be for our customers to unpack and find their belongings in their new location. It's those little details that make customers happy and move us toward total customer satisfaction. For hanging clothes, we use a wardrobe carton. Most of assembly is standard, but notice how our trainer is using some tricks of the trade as he bends in the ends on the metal hanging bar so the ends don't catch on other cartons when loading. And then how he uses his knee for leverage when pulling the front open for packing. He folds the carton handle tabs in before placing the metal hanging bar on. Again, this is so nothing is sticking out to catch while loading. Once the wardrobe carton is assembled, remove hanging items from the closet and place them into the carton, trying to keep them in the same order. Just another nice detail to make moving easier for our customers. Notice how nothing is ever placed in the bottom of the wardrobe carton. The trainer shows how you need to pack a lot into the wardrobe carton to help keep contents from shifting. But do not cram in too much, because we want to be sure they arrive in the same condition as when packed. Those are the details you need to consider as we work together for total customer satisfaction. As the wardrobe carton is closed, all seams are taped. Additionally, on wardrobes, the Stevens way is to run a couple of pieces of tape over the middle ends of the hanging bar. A sharp end, untaped, could tear into another carton or cause damage to furniture during loading or transit. Then use the standard labeling format shown earlier. Once your carton is assembled, begin with any shoes or boots in original boxes. From there, you will wrap all others in pairs, beginning with those that look older or less valuable, like athletic shoes or flip-flops. When wrapping, do not allow shoes to touch each other, because we do not want to cause scuffing. When placing in the carton, pack as close as possible so the box is sturdy for tier loading and so the contents don't shift. When full, seal the carton on all seams and use the standard labeling format shown earlier. Use standard carton assembly and line the carton with clean, flat paper when packing pillows, blankets, and linens. Then simply take items from beds, shelves, and drawers and place them into the carton. Keep them folded and packed tightly. Do not mix other personal belongings into the carton or add any non-related items. When full, top off the carton with clean, flat paper. Seal the carton on all edges and use the standard labeling format shown earlier. Once your carton is assembled, line it with clean, flat paper and fill with books from one area at a time, stacking them in an upright fashion, just like they would be placed on the shelf. Pack them to avoid damage to the pages when the contents shift. We generally do not place books flat in the carton, except to top off the carton and fill in gaps. When full, cover the top with clean, flat paper before sealing all of the seams. It is the Stevens way for all high-value or old books to be wrapped in paper before placing them in the carton. Notice how our trainer wraps the book tightly to protect the cover and the pages. Wrapped books may be placed flat, as the cover and all pages are protected and secure. Before closing up the carton, notice how tightly any open spaces are filled with crushed paper to minimize shifting of the contents. A tightly filled carton will not crush as easily when stacked in tiers, and the contents won't shift inside, so we avoid damage. Begin with plenty of crushed paper in the bottom of the box to provide a good cushion for the dishes to come. Begin packing on the bottom, what we call the first tier, with the largest and heaviest items from the cupboards, like these large dinner plates. When wrapping, use 2 sheets of paper. Fold them in and over. Once the plate is covered, you can add another on top of it, as long as you have enough paper. 2 to 3 items per roll is appropriate. Place the wrapped plates on edge, not flat, as they are strongest on edge. When that layer, or tier, is full, add a thick layer of crushed paper to ensure plenty of space between tiers. For the next tier, pack smaller dishes or bowls, using the same 2-sheet technique, and placing them on edge. When packing glasses, use the 2-sheet protection and roll from one corner to the next, just 1 glass per sheet. These can be tucked in the top tier, placed upside down to protect the edges, as space permits. When the carton is full, use crushed paper to pack into any openings. Then end with a thick layer of crushed paper before you close and seal the carton. using the standard Stevens taping method, including clearly labeling the carton. As you can see in this cutaway of the completed dish pack, the contents are all wrapped well, packed tightly, and sandwiched in thick layers of crushed paper on the top, bottom, and between tiers. Begin with plenty of crushed paper in the bottom of the carton to provide a good cushion for the pans to come. Place the pot on a sheet of clean, flat paper and fold the paper over the top of the pot. Place the lid, right side up, on top of the pot with a layer of paper in between to avoid direct contact. Fold the remainder of the sheet around the pot and lid. Then fold 2 sheets of paper over and around the pot lid combination for added protection. Lay the pot on its side in the carton, protecting the cooking surface and being sure to protect the handle. Once a tier is complete, place more crushed paper on top to protect and separate the layers. For electric frying pans and other specialty plug-ins, wrap the cord or any other small parts separately to keep them from getting lost and to protect the pan. Label the wrapped cord so it is easy for the customer to find when unpacking. Place the wrapped cord in the carton. Next, place the lid upside down on clean paper and use 2 sheets of paper to wrap it securely. Then place the wrapped lid upside down in the carton to protect the knob and to avoid having it poke through the carton when items are stacked on top of it. Use another 2 sheets of paper to wrap the item before placing it in the carton. To complete the pack, fill in the top and any open spaces of the carton with plenty of crushed paper so nothing moves. Close and seal the carton using the standard Stevens taping method before clearly labeling. In closing, we thank you for the important part you play on the Stevens team. The impression you make, the quality of the job that you do, and the rapport you build with our customer is what makes Stevens the way to move and helps us reach for 100% total customer satisfaction. Please join us again and again for refreshers and tips in this Moving Excellence series. We have materials developed to teach you how to do things the Stevens way, and together we'll benefit from tips and insider experience that come from more than 100 years of successful moves. Here are just some of the other topics available in the Stevens Worldwide Van Line's Moving Excellence series. Stevens would like the opportunity to earn your business. For a free quote and information on all of our relocation services, visit us at stevensworldwide.com. Let Stevens show you the way to move.